everybody's talking about anime. Guess it's important to hear what they say. Argue over what throughout night and day. Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
Yo, what's happening, all-day space fanboys, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe. Today, on this lovely occasion, we will be debating the most badass simp in anime tournament bracket style. That's right, we're pulling out all the pins. This is going to be the absolute mad laddest of the absolute mad laddest. Today, with me, I have the legendary Animac from Anime Uproar.
Hey, Nux, great intro, bro.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet. And we also have an incredible legend, the Chad himself. Some know him as Ragnar. Some know him as All Day Anime. But to me, he's the Briganator.
What up, Chad lads?
Oh, yeah. And also with us today, it brings tears to my eyes and to my heart. We have the legend, the simp himself, someone that can actually relate to all these characters so we can talk about their badass aspects. We have Evanito, the beast, the Chad.
I hate you so much.
I love Evan, and today I will tell us all something wonderful, something that we can all appreciate. And something that Evan does not even know about yet. And I don't think Animac knows either. But
hey, Nux, quick question. How are we supposed to do a tournament bracket if we only have 4 people?
That's what I'm getting to. I'm so happy you asked this question, Briggs.
I got you, Nuxy boy. I got you.
Thank you. Thanks for the setup. It's perfect. How could we do a bracket with 4 people? And the answer is simple.
I see what you did there.
Simpanito doesn't get a vote.
What?
Only the 3 of us, the
Chads,
get a vote. Unfortunately, Evan will be here for the simp commentary.
I hate you so much.
But not actually for the voting process. Thank you all so much. I feel like my entire life has brought me to this moment.
Hey, everybody, please subscribe to Evanito on YouTube.
Get the description. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of simps in hiding out there, and if you want to really, feel comfortable with yourself, go look at the level of simpage that this guy outputs. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Speaking of simps in hiding in public is currently streaming on Twitch at the same time as Rant Cafe, directly competing with us. So I just want you guys to remember that. Hiding in public. Simping in public, yes. Yo, guys, please go to his live stream and just spam the chat with simping in public.
I'll have you know I'm the least simp in the world. Are you goddamn kidding me?
No, but as I was saying, Evan, you're here for the moral support, and
I'm glad.
Link in the description to Evanito. He's an absolute beast in the description of the YouTube video. And with all that out of the way, Evan, you have anything you want to say?
Go Simps! Woo!
Thank you, Evan. Words of support to Simp Nation. All right, yo, you should start calling your fan base, "What up, Simp Nation?" I feel like
no.
That. Anyway,
no,
that's a terrible idea. The first matchup in the bracket royale of the Simpage squad, we have Krillin from Dragon Ball versus Mineta from Boku no Hero Academia. Evan, please describe the Simpage powers of both characters.
Okay, so on one hand, we have Krillin, right? Destroying the detonator that would have killed the androids, right? Because he's just a massive simp. On the other hand, we have Mineta, who's into anyone and anything, especially children, apparently. It's kind of weird. But yeah, they're both in their own right awful people. Krillin, I definitely think, is a much better simp than Mineta. I mean, Mineta is definitely in a higher tier of simpage, but Krillin is one that I can stand a little bit more.
We appreciate that take. On to the voters.
I would like to say I think Krillin is both a bigger Chad, more badass, and a larger simp as well. He risked the fate of Zawardo. He risked the fate of the world to try to get some pussy.
For the sake of the simp. Bro, imagine that. The tier of the simpage on Krillin at this point is super high. And not to mention, he actually succeeds. It's like all those people donating to Belle Delphine. I mean, they're not succeeding.
Yo, Krillin just paid $12 a month for some OnlyFans and got laid.
Guys, I am crying right now. Okay, I'm sorry to derail the conversation. I went to Hiding in Public stream, and he got sworn by simping in public. You know what he did? He just played the guitar and started singing how he's not a simp, and then it's like, if anyone's a simp, the biggest simp in the world, it's Albedo. He started singing a song about Evan being a simp.
Simpanito, I'm gonna turn this around, gonna turn this right around. I'm gonna turn this around, not gonna get memed, gonna put it all on him. So Rant Cafe thinks they can meme on me. Well, we're about to flex on them and completely turn this thing around. We're about to completely turn this thing around. We're gonna completely turn this around. I'm the biggest Chad, right next to Briggs. Wait till you see me in my big skin. Are you kidding me? Look at Evanito. Evanito's the simpiest man in the world. If you're gonna spend your effort, if you're gonna spend your effort calling anybody a simp, it's obvious who you should pick. It's obvious who you should pick. Yang Master, thanks for the 100 bits. It's obvious who you should pick if you're gonna call anyone a simp. You should call Evan a simp. He's a never-ending simp. He's a little bitty goose and he loves his fish. He loves his fish. He's a pathetic little goose who loves his fish. He hates his fish. He's a simp. He's a simp. It's all he does to get anything that he can. He does anything he can. He simps anybody. It's his fault. It's Evan's fault. It's Evan's fault. It's Evan's fault. I don't understand the context between why all these people with no brains are telling me I'm the simping one. Oh, I'm sorry that I have to set you straight. Just have to clarify something real quick. I imagine it's probably something that has to do with Nux and Evanito, but I'll tell you what, no matter how much you try to put me as a simp, I'm not pathetic and I don't thirst after people on Twitter. You know, I probably do it the least. I'm honestly scared of women and men and everyone. I stay in my room. It's all on Evan. Please at him on Twitter if you can. Go to Evan's Twitter and tell him that he's Simpanito. I'll have you know I'm the least simp in the world. Are you goddamn kidding me?
I'm done, man. I'm so done.
Why?
He's playing the guitar. I'm not kidding.
This is the best episode of Rant Cafe of all time. Only someone like... He's still playing it. He's still going. He's such a beast. Oh my god, I love Hiding in Public. We might not link him in the description if we forget, but if we do, check him out.
I'll try my best to remember to link him. He's a beauty.
Yeah.
He is.
Like this is just amazing, guys. This is wow. I have so much respect for Hiding in Public now for the first time ever.
You only like Hiding in Public when he's not in Rant Cafe.
Yeah, exactly. I think his content is great.
All right.
You only had a sweet chair once, man.
Animac,
One time.
Animac, Krillin or Mineta? Who is the most badass simp?
Okay, so I don't think Mineta is a simp at all. I've said this. He's just a perv. Like I don't like. Yes, he would probably pay for an OnlyFans, but
Probably. He definitely would.
I feel like he's not the type of dude that's gonna like do anything for a chick to like him. He'll just try to like spy on the chick and be a perv about it. So that's not really a simp. That's just a perv. Although he definitely had to do whatever Mount Lady told him. He had to like do chores for her. But I feel like that's because she was the senior of him. Like he had to.
He was happy to do it, bro.
He wasn't.
So,
He was actually he was upset to do it. So that's why I wouldn't call Mineta a simp. So then I would have to go for Krillin. And Krillin got the baddest bitch in the whole series. So, and he's like I said, he's like a weak
One that
little
likes
dude.
Bulna more than Android. Get your head out your ass.
So I think that Krillin, just because he simped, but he simped for the baddest bitch, he wins.
Respect. And I had some people in chat that were asking, what is a simp? So, the definition of a simp is a man that puts himself in a subservient position under a woman in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table.
I've never done that before in my life, therefore I am not a simp.
Of a simp.
Yeah, but like, you don't think Android
you're a
18
gay
brings
simp,
anything to the
Evan.
table? Like, this woman is a great mother. She's an absolute fox.
That's why his simping was successful. Based on his simping, it's not like anything should have been brought to the table, but he was so good at the art of simping, he succeeded.
Yep, I think I described it perfectly. And Krillin wins. He paid $12 for an OnlyFans and somehow got laid. So,
Yeah,
like,
baby.
That's it.
All right, so 3 votes to Krillin. Krillin advances to the next round. Next round! We have Brock from Pokemon, the man who taught us that you can use a trusty frying pan as a drying pan, versus Jiraiya, Pervy Sage, the Toad Mountain Sage, Evan's favorite character in Naruto.
That's not true.
Evan, take it away. What's
So-
amazing about these two simps?
So Brock, you know, always following Nurse Joy and basically any other woman in Pokemon. I feel like Brock is definitely a much like bigger simp, the fact that he simps for multiple women, whereas Jiraiya, right? It's only for Tsunade, and then at the same time, I mean,
this man simps for everyone.
okay,
This man simped to Naruto's sexy jutsu.
That's okay. All right. I wouldn't really count that as simping. He was just being really perverted there, right? Like I would say like he definitely simps for Tsunade, but like
trained
you know,
Naruto. He devoted his time to training this kid because the kid had a transformation jutsu that turned him into sexy women. Okay,
I don't know.
that is ultimate simpage.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, I definitely say Brock is definitely the bigger simp here, for sure.
Who's the more badass simp? Well, that's not for you to decide. You're only to decide.
You son of a bitch.
Okay. Well, Brigo, take it away.
Well, I mean, Jiraiya is obviously more of a badass. I would say they're both simps. Brock is probably more of a simp since multiple times when he pronounces his love to a woman he just met, he actually says, "I'm willing to give it all up to be with you." If that doesn't spell the word simp, I don't know what does.
Yep,
Although Jiraiya's more badass, I vote for Jiraiya.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would say that Brock is the far bigger simp. So I think he's the biggest simp, but badass-wise would be Jiraiya.
How is Jiraiya a simp, Nuxie boy?
Alright, so as far as simping goes, Brock definitely does it more frequently. Like, he bumps into Nurse Joy every time they walk into a Pokemon Center, and he'll immediately start simping to this woman. Now, I think that makes Brock a massive simp, but we've never really truly seen Jiraiya interact with women that weren't Tsunade, aside from his interactions with Naruto when he used his sexy jutsu. And I think the fact that he simped for a kid's sexy jutsu, I think that makes him a magnanimously larger simp and far more badass, so I'm going to be voting for Jiraiya.
3 votes for Jiraiya, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah. Next round, we have Zenitsu, also known as Lightning Pussy, versus Issei from High School DxD.
Wait,
Evan, explain the characters.
What the hell did you just call him? Okay, Zenitsu, definitely, you know, he stands all women. He's kind of like Brock in his own way, right? But like, just not as fun of a character. And Issei, right, definitely is more of a Chad. But he definitely is still a simp at the same time. And he kind of just loves every woman, not because of their personality, and not because he wants to, like, really be with them. He just wants to touch their chesticles. So I don't know if he's even really a simp. Zenitsu definitely is. Issei, he kind of does things just so he could, you know, get get a good cop and feel in the end. So yeah.
First of all, just don't say anything bad about Issei because that's probably Recon's second favorite anime character all
Oh
time.
my god.
He is.
After Kirito.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Issei's just...
I
Sorry,
think
Rika just
Rias is
killed
the
me.
second favorite.
But no, I think that Issei is definitely not as much of a mad lad simp as Zenitsu, because Zenitsu, just in terms of like the whole definition of simp, he's like, he comes up to a random girl and he just like drops on his knees, pulls her skirt, and asks her to marry him, right? So that's real simpage.
Yeah, that's like mega tier.
Although,
simpage.
to be
Don't
fair,
forget, he is pretty badass as well.
to be fair, Issei is surrounded by a harem of beautiful women, has had multiple opportunities, legit naked women sleeping in his bed, and he has not once sealed the deal from all the episodes I've watched. Haven't watched the entire series, but and Issei's more badass,
what?
so I'm voting for Issei.
Issei isn't smashing those chicks.
He's not.
Well, it's
So,
it's
like,
an ecchi, it's not a hentai.
I think that,
Bro.
that successfully that was the
Bro,
nail on
I've
the
seen-
coffin
I've
for
seen, like-
Tuesday. We love you, bro, but
I
you
saw
know.
like 4 episodes before getting bored, but are you telling me that these girls are like naked in his bed and he's not smashing them?
Yeah, it was. It's
Not
not
a single
it's,
one.
It hasn't been implied that he's smashed off scene. I know it's an ecchi, they can't show it.
How do people watch High School DxD? Like, how do you people do this? How do you not get so frustrated and angry by the soy boyness of this dude?
Did I convince you? Did I convince you to come over to the Issei side?
But that's not badass. Like,
No, but he's
that's not-
he's pretty badass in a fight.
no, man. Zenitsu would seal the deal when the
Zenitsu's
time
really
comes.
badass.
Zenitsu would seal the
I'm
deal
like-
when the time comes, bro.
I definitely feel
Keep
Zenitsu's
telling yourself
way
that.
more badass than Issei.
Yeah, we were talking about badass. We're not talking about the biggest piece of shit. Which is gonna be the guy that doesn't seal the deal. Like, that makes Kazuma's mistakes look like nothing, bro.
Kazuma's the greatest character of all time, but he's not a simp.
No, he's not, but he doesn't seal the deal with darkness.
He doesn't simp. He doesn't simp.
Yo, I just got mad, man. I just got genuinely mad. That this dude in High School DxD, there's like these naked chicks throwing themselves at him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just not gonna do anything." Oh.
It hurts. It hurts to see.
Just to say.
All right, I vote for
So my
Issei.
vote
I'm
is for
still with
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu.
All right.
Hell yeah, Adam Mack. Good teamwork. All
is
right,
so sad.
next round. Who do we got next? Oh, next we got Loki from Fairy Tail. And as much as we all love Fairy Tail, Evan, he's up against Escanor. Explain their simpiness, Evan. Go for it.
Okay, so Loki simps for Elizabeth, right? And freaking Escanor simps for that one.
Lucy
chick.
Elizabeth.
Lucy. Why did I say Elizabeth? Wow.
So you remembered Elizabeth in the 70 Sins, but you didn't remember
Yeah,
the
I-
character that Escanor actually simps for, aka Merlin.
Sorry.
Merlin.
Yeah. Loki.
But you know what's
simps
really sad?
Lucy.
You forgot the name of the main character of your favorite show of all time.
First of all right, I did forget Lucy's name temporarily. Secondly, I'm trying to remember the name of that girl from the Seven Deadly Sins.
Merlin.
Not Elizabeth. Merlin. There it is. Yeah. So, and Escanor simps for her. In terms of who simps harder, I definitely think Escanor simps a lot harder. Like, there's scenes of him just, like, washing her feet or something like that. I don't know. Giving her a bath or something. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Really, bro? Would you not give Merlin a bath if she asked?
I
you?
would. I definitely would. But,
We
like,
already established he's a simp, so this is not a proof to bring us any further.
no!
All right, so we have Escanor. Obviously, I'm voting for Escanor because not only is he the biggest simp at night, but during the day, as the sun rises, he becomes the
Still
biggest
a simp.
Chad. How can he
He's
go
still
from the
a
biggest
though.
simp to the
Whoa,
biggest Chad?
During the day, he's still a huge simp. I know you didn't get to this part in the manga, Briggs, but when they were fighting Zeldris and the demon and Zeldris's lackeys and whatever, and it was Merlin, Escanor, and an angel against them. Like Escanor was like, I don't want to team up with you guys. You're too weak. I would be much stronger on my own. You know, like doing the typical Escanor flexing. And he's like walking forward, and then Merlin's like, let us fight with you. Okay.
Aw.
No, it's true.
He's a
Yeah. So
huge
even
simp during the day too, but he's still an absolute badass. So
one of
while-
the few things that Escanor has in common, both in his nighttime and daytime form, is his obsession with Merlin.
Okay.
Escanor.
Yeah, definitely Escanor. Like this Loki dude, I've even seen enough fairy tale to know who he is, and those 12 golden zodiacs are the lamest characters in all of fairy tale that I've seen.
All right, boys. It's simple.
Like those spirit fuckers. Like,
simple.
bro.
It's simple, boys. Escanor has a mustache. It's over.
And this is
Really?
like-
Is that the criteria now? Mustaches?
Bro, this is like saying picking the
You don't
best.
understand.
Comparing Escanor to this Loki dude is like having a bracket that says best villain, and it's all villains from Sword Art Online, and then Dio is on there.
Wow. Have you not seen Loki's glasses in his suit? I'm just saying, all right? He looks like a Chad as well, okay? If you're basing it on the both Chadness and the
This is the
Simpness,
saddest thing I've
Bro,
ever
he
seen.
looks
Can I
like a-
translate what Evan just said?
He
Like,
looks
Evan
like a-
wants to praise Loki's character, and he doesn't even say he is a Chad. He says he looks like a Chad. Who's
No,
an F in the Chad for Evan,
no,
please?
no, he
Loki
is a Chad.
looks like a defunct Korean pop singer.
Look, he's so much of a Chad that he spent so much time outside of the whole freaking Zodiac realm or whatever, right? So that he could just, be a part of the guild. I'm just saying, if that's not a Chad move, I don't know what is.
Bro, fuck Loki.
Loki has a harem. Loki's a badass. I do like Loki, but if you even want to compare him to Escanor, Escanor wins just on the ground of his mustache alone.
Lokis are as plentiful as grains of sand, but there is only one Chad simp.
Damn, I tried.
Also
Thank
known
you,
as a
Evan, for
chimp.
being here.
Alright, Escanor advances. Let's move on.
3-0
Escanor
knockout.
obviously wins.
All right. Next round, we have Albedo, who's constantly simping for Overlord Summer, and he's up against Bomb, the main character from the Tower of Simp.
No, seriously though. Albedo is a female simp, 100%. We had
Yep,
to throw in some female
100% is.
simps in there. And with Tower of Simp, the whole thing is this dude, Bam, or Bum, he decides to create the whole story. So the whole story is based on the fact that this girl that he likes decided to leave him to climb the tower, and now he's trying to find her. Like, that's his whole raison d'etre.
I was sold on his simpishness with this one scene. The super awesome goddess that's emanating with power gives him a hug and is like, "Do you want infinite power?" And he's like, "No, I want to find Rachel." And I was like, "Wow, bro."
Yeah, it's like, do you want to be a god? It's like, no, I just want to see her again.
I just want to see Rachel again.
Do you
ju-
want infinite power and riches? No, but you have foot pics. I was like, okay.
Of Rachel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, some simps are simps because they pay $12 for an OnlyFans. This dude will climb a tower that is deadly and fight all these opponents and defy gods and whatever else. I haven't actually read the webtoon, but he will do it all for the simping. And Albedo is kind of programmed to like
Yeah.
Overlord, so
Albedo was programmed to be a
Yeah.
simp, whereas
Bro.
Bomb was just naturally a simp.
Bomb is just simp city. So yeah, Bomb wins, man.
No, but Albedo is still a simp, although being programmed, and Albedo is more badass.
Albedo's much more
I-
badass because even
I
though
know.
she's a simp, I think one of my favorite scenes in Overlord is she's about to ride the devilish bicorn of destruction, and she's about to climb on it. It's not letting her because bicorn of destruction can't be rid. You can't ride it if you're a virgin, and she's still a virgin.
Dude, Albedo's still a virgin. That's a great point.
Right?
Well,
I
yeah,
love that
because
scene.
Bomb just slays pussy, right?
No, I mean it because she simps so hard for Einzul Gon. She's still a virgin. That's her level of devotion.
By the way, on Twitter, I had someone shocked that we don't have Ichigo in this list.
I was
What?
considering adding Ichigo, but
Ichigo's not a simp. Orihime, on the other hand.
all right,
definite simp.
let's move on. Let's move on.
What? Okay.
Anyway, my vote is for Bomb because it's pretty badass to base an entire
Are you
series.
serious? I'm voting for Albedo.
Bro,
Get out of here.
Basing an entire series on the simping, right? So Albedo's a part of the story, but the whole story isn't based on the fact. The premise of the story isn't based on the fact that she simps for Ainz. Whereas Tower of God, the whole point of the story, there would be no story without the simping. The simping is crucial to the plot.
we're debating the most badass simp. Would you consider Bomb a badass simp?
Can you tell me that it's not badass to make your entire plot contingent on the
I'm not
simp?
talking about this fourth wall level.
All right, Adamak,
Straight up, Albedo is a badass simp.
I respect your opinion, Adamak. Although we've only seen one episode of Tower of Simp so far, so I don't know if Bam becomes a Chad later on. How far does he simp? Find out next week on another episode of Crunchyroll Originals.
Titled Tower of Simp.
Tower of Simp.
Trending in Japan.
But
For the
no,
time
but seriously,
being.
think about it. Like, sometimes they say what defines science fiction is if you remove the science, it would not be the same story. You couldn't have the story without the science fiction, the tech or whatever, and that's what makes science fiction.
Tower of God without simp.
You cannot have Tower of God without simp. You can't do it. In the original light novel, there is no Albedo. I'm pretty sure she's added later.
I know,
in
she's added later.
Whereas
Something on Twitter.
in Tower of Simp, you cannot have the story without the simp, and for that reason alone, I think Bomb has to go.
You're not convincing me, man. A whammon simp that can't get laid is a pretty huge
Bruh.
simp. Also,
I'm fully
huge Chad lass.
Chad lass. Nux and Briggs!
Nux and Briggs! Albedo advances. I respect your opinion, though, Animac. I need to see more from Tower of Simp.
I'm actually with Animac here, just saying, but my opinion apparently
Animac,
doesn't
look.
matter.
But you can't vote.
Look, Animac, you have Evan on your side.
What? How is that a bad thing?
Whatever, man. You guys made the wrong
If I vote
decision,
against
but
Evan, it makes my
what else
ego
is
go
new?
up. Next round. This is an easy destruction. We have Havoc, the absolute simp lord from and he's up against Mr. Prince Sanji.
I vote for Sanji right off the bat.
Prince.
I said it in my video.
Prince.
Sanji is not a pathetic simp. He's a sympathetic simp, and he's one of the best characters in One Piece.
Why do you have to do him like that, though? That's just mean.
I just want to say before we vote on this, to go back to the previous round, I had someone on Twitter just message me saying, or tweet at me saying, about the whole Tower of Simp. This hits hard when I've been reading this for 7.5 years, and now I revisit the chapters with the knowledge of what a simp is. This hurts, man. So Bomb should have won, but whatever. Definitely Sanji. I don't give a shit about Havoc simping. It was not that memorable to me, but Sanji for sure.
Nux. What did Havoc even do? I don't remember.
Havoc was chasing Whammon the entire show. I'll give you an example of simping, and you'll know the scene because it's a scene that we bonded over. Can't speak more, but basically, Roy Mustang gave a tremendous speech about how when he becomes Fuhrer, he wants every female officer should only wear tiny miniskirts.
Oh, God.
You remember that speech?
Yes.
Legendary speech.
And then you had Havoc behind, who just like gets on his knees and hugs Mustang's leg and is like, "You're a miracle, Mustang. I'll follow you for the rest of my life." And then he continues to drool on his pants. He was simping to Mustang so that if Mustang becomes Fuhrer, he can implement the law.
Well, I mean, in the show, we also
Huge
find out that
simping.
Havoc goes on multiple dates and stuff, right? And he's the one that goes on a date with Lust.
Yeah, but
So-
who wouldn't simp for Lust, man?
True.
Anyway, someone in the chat, Lord D Hisoka, said that Albedo is not in the webtoon, but is in the light novel. But yeah, I knew she wasn't in the original story. Whereas, like I said, Tower of Simp is based on the Simp. But are we ready to go?
Someone in the chat just said, in quotes, "Animac and Evan are simps. Briggs and I are kings. And Nux lives within the memes. Hiding 2020.
Oh,
Let's
screw
go.
you, hiding.
Hiding boys.
The reason I
Hiding
like
was a big part of this episode of the Rant Cafe.
Hiding's the honorary guest who's not
Yo,
with us.
Hiding's a bigger part in this episode than
No.
no, I do respect what Hiding did, bro. He just started playing the guitar and sang a whole song about how he's not a simp but Evan is. Like that is
That's
the
mad
best.
respect.
That is the best reverse Uno card to my memeing of him. Sanji, I like Sanji because he's a man of culture. Like he's a connoisseur of the attractive woman. And yeah, he simps, but he's also badass. He kicks ass. He's useful to the story. He's not a bitch. You know, if Nami came to his bed naked, he wouldn't puss out like that bitch from High School DxD. Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, Sanji.
You just don't like Issei now.
It's over for him.
All right, this is so sad. Next round, we have Rem. I don't really remember who Rem is, but I'm sure she's important. Versus Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
Rem is not a she. It's the Shinigami from Death Note.
Oh, really? I thought we were talking about Rem from ReZero, because she's also a huge simp.
Yeah, I was talking about Rem from ReZero.
I thought
Wait,
it
who's
was
that?
from ReZero as well.
Oh, I thought it was Rem from Death Note because Rem from Death Note is a huge simp for
Oh, he is.
I didn't even think of that.
yeah, for
All
what's her
right,
name?
sorry, Mikasa. We're kicking you off the bracket. We have Rem versus Rem.
Rem versus Rem.
Well, one of them literally dies for the simp.
Jeez. Yikes.
Like imagine being a god.
I mean, technically, don't they both die for their simp?
Technically, they do.
Rem's
They
alive.
do. Rem dies, though. It just reverses time, but she
Yeah,
dies for her
so, but she
simp.
does die.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They
Okay.
both die for their simp.
Yeah, but the thing with so with Rem the Shinigami is like a death god, superior being to humans, and he falls in love with a human woman, Misa Amane, who by the way is an annoying e-girl, but before the E, and he dies for her. I mean, that is such huge simp.
That's actually gigantic. Wow, Adamak, I didn't
That
even think
is.
about that. Although, blue-haired Ram is also a pretty huge simp. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I watched ReZero, but I
Yeah,
believe in
once-
episode 18 when she announced her love to Subaru, and Subaru's like, "I love Amelia," and Rem gets cocked really hard, but she still is like, "But I love him so much. I'm going to devote the rest of my life to him and not be an independent woman."
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
This
I
is a
feel
hard
like-
decision, bro.
I-
Remember when Subaru simped for Priscilla? That was pretty great.
Somebody's... It should just be called
Subaru
Simp
is a pretty
Zero.
huge simp.
Simp zero.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I feel like on the one hand, right? Like
I was about to
Rem-
make a joke that would have gotten me into so much hot water. Thank God I didn't say anything.
So on the one hand, right, Rem, you know, she's a demon, but like she dies multiple times, right? But I feel like she's definitely not as big of a simp as the other Rem, who is the god, who dies once and just never comes back. But then again, you have to take into account that the simp that dies multiple times keeps doing it over and over again, willingly. So
What about Mikasa? Is she out of the picture?
Yeah, she's a big simp too, bro.
Yeah,
Like that is massive simpage.
especially in the manga.
Yikes.
But to be fair, Mikasa at one point when they're kids punches Eren in the face in the anime for being a douche towards Armin. So that alone makes it less simpy. And also, initially when Rem meets Subaru, she tries to kill him, or does kill him. So it's not a simp it's not a simp at first sight. Whereas Rem from Death Note is a simp at first sight. So that's why I vote for Rem from Death Note.
Well, I think neither of these characters are badass, so I'm gonna vote for the one that's a bigger simp. I'm voting for Rem from Death Note.
Yes, we did it.
Hell yeah! You think I'm gonna vote for blue-haired Ram? Never in my life, my dude.
I would have probably voted. I'm not gonna lie. I would have probably voted for Blue Hair Ram, but I don't honestly care between the Rems. So moving on to the next round, we have the legendary. Yeah, what does he do again? Kung Fu.
Master
The
of
legendary
all
Kung
things
Fu
Chinese.
master.
Master of all things Chinese Kenpo, Kensei Ma.
Or whatever. his
Yeah,
name
those
is.
little punches.
Yeah. Versus the greatest of all teachers, Onizuka.
Wow.
who is also a huge simp.
Yeah, he's a simp for the teacher girl.
Every single character in the show, bro. He becomes a teacher because of the high school girls.
Yeah, but in the end, he mostly just simps for the fellow teacher that he likes.
It's true.
But he is very badass.
He's legit badass in every single scene, except for the comedic effect ones where he's simping for teachers.
Yeah, for the one teacher.
For the one teacher.
So
a
is
couple
Kensei really a simp, or is he just a pervert? Because I feel like he's more of just a pervert.
He's more just a
No.
pervert, bro. He got laid.
Well,
He
he's
has a
simp.
wife. He has kids. Bro, he has 9,000
He has a wife and
disciples
kids,
or
and
something.
he still simps every single girl he comes across.
But it's more him being a
More
perv
just
than a simp.
An old pervert, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going for Onizuka, because I haven't seen the Mightiest Disciple.
Bro, to be fair though, Kensei abandoned his entire country with 9,000 disciples. He was the number one master there, and what's it called? Dojo has the biggest dojo in all of China with a wife and kids, and he abandons them all to go simp in Japan.
Bro, how the fuck? I just thought of this. How the fuck do we not have Jericho from the Seven Deadly Sins?
Oh shit! That's another character who's a huge simp that I wouldn't want to vote for.
But okay, yeah. So I'm voting for Onizuka.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Onizuka here as well.
Oh, yeah.
if I
Moving
could
on
vote,
to
I'd
the
also vote
second
for
round,
Onizuka.
boys.
I didn't hear what you said there, Evan. Don't worry.
I said if I could.
No.
Oh my god.
I would
round.
give you the vote, but it's 2 against 1. I'm sorry, Evan.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, next round. We have, you know what? Crazy thought. Now that we've eliminated the lesser simp in each round, I think that Evan should vote for all of them in the second round.
Oh my god, yes. I get a vote.
And Mac Briggs, are you opposed to let Evan get all the votes in the second round?
Does my vote count as 2? Because how are we gonna do this?
Get all the votes.
No,
Oh, he gets
only
all the
Evan.
votes.
Evan, he decides for each round.
I get to decide
we
in
have
the
to
second round.
convince the simp.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Well, when you
Yeah,
put
man,
it that
whatever.
way.
This has been a
Alright.
fun episode so far. Let's just go for
Second
it.
round of the simp bracket with the simp. We have Krillin versus Jiraiya. Evan, take it away.
Okay, so I mean, Jiraiya I still feels more of a pervert versus Krillin, who, like Briggs said earlier, actually risked all of humanity, right? Just to, you
Badass
know.
simp.
And fucking
Yeah.
did it, bro. He
And-
risked
and
all
he
of
pulled it off.
humanity
He
to get
definitely
laid,
pulled it off.
and he sealed the deal, my dude.
But
Yeah.
before that, he also did simp for another girl before Bulma. I forgot her name. She was like the.
Oh
leader
yeah,
one.
he simped hard for.
What was her name?
Yo,
Yeah. Anyone in the chat remember her name? Okay, I don't think anyone remembers her name. Whatever. I would vote for Krillin, personally.
Krillin wins. The simp
Yeah.
has decided.
I agree with
Honestly,
this.
who
I
are
agree with this
we?
100%, Evan, because the very fact that Krillin, I don't even care if he was the weakest, if he was weaker than Yamcha, the very fact that he simped, got Android 18, and impregnated her makes him badass.
and he impregnated an android who shouldn't even be able to have kids. Like,
Exactly.
Well, there was reincarnation, Dragon Ball stuff. Anyway,
yeah.
Marin.
Anyway, I feel like it's only fair for Simpanito to get these votes because in the end of the day, who can understand a simp better than the simp himself? We're fighting simp with simp here.
I am not a simp.
Krillin named his child after the girl he simped for, Marin.
Did he name his child Marin? Oh my god!
Was that girl in the filler episode really Marin? I guess it wasn't filler.
Yeah,
dude, that is so badass if true.
Oh my god, that's
that
pretty
is
messed up.
ultimate simp. Yikes.
Krillin deserves this W, that's for sure. Anyway, next round we got Zenitsu, who just barely defeated Issei, which aggravates Animac and will haunt his dreams. And Zenitsu is up against Escanor. I never thought I would say that in my life. Zenitsu versus Escanor. All
In
right.
terms of who's more of a simp, definitely Escanor. And in terms of who's more badass, also Escanor. So definitely Escanor.
Yeah.
Simp has decided Escanor takes the W. Next round, we have Albedo from Overlord, who just barely last time defeated Bomb from the Tower of Simp, versus Sanji.
I still think that Bomb should have won. Just
Same here.
Fair.
Okay, all right. Albedo versus Sanji, definitely Sanji for sure.
Oh yeah, Sanji takes the W. Sorry, Albedo, we love you, but Simpanito has decided. Next round we have Rem, whichever one won last time. Who cares? Versus Onizuka.
So Rem from Death Note versus Onizuka.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd probably just go for Rem.
What?
What? Wait, okay. I just think the idea of a god
Dude,
willingly
have you
simping.
seen Onizuka? Be honest.
I haven't.
No,
finished
Onizuka.
it.
See, this is the thing. This is the paradox here. Onizuka is a more badass character,
Yeah,
but Rem is so much more of a simp.
exactly.
And Rem
The
killed
the
one of the
major
greatest
difference
characters
is
in Death Note. So I mean,
Difference.
that's badass in its simping.
huge difference between you and Evan and Nux and Briggs. The simple difference is, as someone who plays Apex with Briggs every single day, his Chadliness is definitely, it's rubbing off on me. What can I say? So the Chads are always voting for the more badass character,
Wow.
and the Simps
Wow.
are voting for the bigger simp of the two.
Yep.
Which is
Wow.
why you voted for Tower of God, and we voted for Albedo, because Nux and Briggs.
Nux and Briggs. Also, Nux and Briggs would obviously vote for Escanor and Onizuka, like without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Anyway, listen.
I think this is the
guys.
big difference between us.
I
Maybe in
think
the next round.
I think it's important to like really come to terms with what my tweet at Anime Outlaw did to people, because I'm reading these comments as we're going, and people are just like having this like eureka moment where they're like, "Oh my god, I've been reading this for years, and I didn't even realize that the whole story was about a simp." Like people are reconsidering their lives.
Flex. Huge flex.
Did you just confirm it for us, Briggs?
I confirmed it. Yeah, that's why I wasn't talking for a little bit. So the first person that Krillin simps after is Marin with 1 R, and then his daughter's name is Marin with 2 R's.
Damn. Imagine simping so
Krillin
hard that you
deserved that,
name
bro.
your daughter after the woman that you simped for. Feels bad, man.
Oh, we gave Evan the power for this round, so I guess his uncultured hand has touched Rem as opposed to Onizuka.
Unfortunate.
Cultured! How dare you?
Good job, Evan.
For
Fight
the
the
chat, but
power.
it definitely makes our job easier because at this, I think, one thing I have to say about Briggs, I know how the man thinks and I appreciate it. We were gonna have a hard time with Escanor versus Onizuka,
Oh.
so now we just solidified the W.
That would have been
Oh
rough.
my God.
Anyway.
So for the
next
final round, should Evan's opinion not matter?
Yeah, just go
no,
back
Evan's
to not
opinion
matter.
doesn't matter anymore. That was it. That was the only
Bro.
time Evan had.
Say what you will about Krillin, dog, but he's simping after the hottest chicks in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like the next,
Wow. Next,
next
round
one-
is Krillin versus Escanor.
the next one he has to simp over is that hot female angel chick. Like that's the other one, and then that's the top 3 hottest chicks in Dragon Ball.
Is Krillin has good taste.
Yep,
And you'd simp just like him.
I'd simp for those chicks and like Kira's wife.
Anyway, next round. Evan, thanks for your input. Very
Escanor won,
appreciated.
right? Is that what the round was? Escanor versus
Yeah,
Krillin?
Escanor just won the bracket.
Dope.
All right, Krillin versus Escanor. Escanor won. Sanji versus Sanji versus Rem. Okay.
Okay, this is actually a round here. I'm still voting for Sanji.
I'm still voting for Sanji also.
Ah.
Not a round.
Yeah, again, like in terms of if this was more focused on the simping itself, which I think you guys are lame for not focusing
Yeah,
more on
right?
the
Like, you can't call it the most badass simps and not focus on the simp side of things.
Dude, it's
Bro,
very
it's on the
rare that we have
badass side.
a simp
Bro,
as
I think that this
lo-
just goes to show that Briggs and I are badasses and you and Animac are simps.
No, because you guys are just completely going on the badass side instead of the simp side, which I think the simp side is fair because we're talking
Sanji's
about both.
definitely a simp. Look,
Dude, it's
let's
very
put it
rare.
This way, if Sanji is a 75% simp and an 100% badass, Rem is an
How does that math work?
85% simp and a 0% badass.
How does
Dude,
that
I will
work?
I will, remembering Mr. Prince, I will vote for Sanji.
Hell yeah, Animac. I wanted to spoil something, but I didn't do it. Because there's so many scenes where Sanji is legit an absolute badass, but it all started from him simping. And it's so great. And I don't want to...
Dude, what do you think of this? Okay, we know that Zoro's planning this entire time to become the greatest swordsman of all time and beat Mihawk, who's right now known as the #1 swordsman, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, how does it feel that after Zoro loses to Mihawk in the second round, Sanji beats him, okay? Now that's a flex.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a huge flex. When Sanji beat Mihawk, bruh.
Yeah, that was
I
a
hope
huge
this is
moment.
a joke, bro. I hope this is not a real spoiler,
Hey,
because I will fucking
Briggs
end
isn't
you.
saying
I will.
I'm sorry, Briggs. I had to spoil it.
It's unfortunate.
What are you talking about, man? No one fucks with Mihawk.
Yeah. Animac is
Sanji
seen through...
Accept this
Until
shit.
Sanji gets pissed that Mihawk beat Zoro, and then Sanji kicks his butt.
Oh man, I hope this is a meme. If this ends up happening, I'm gonna fucking slap you and over.
Okay. I want to say something for all our viewers. That won't spoil Animac. But the teardrop scene. The scene with the teardrop. That's all I'm going to say. I can't spoil Animac, the One Piece virgin here. We have a whole podcast dedicated to it.
Man, Knox.
Man, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I regret it. Oh well. Anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it ruined the story for Animac. Unfortunate.
How the fuck could Sanji with his fucking French kicks defeat the badass that is Mihawk?
Dude, Mihawk was expecting swords, and then Sanji came out with his feet. Bruh.
Bro, he doesn't even have chakra feet. He has regular Frenchman feet. Like,
He
fuck
gets
that.
chakra feet.
He
man.
gets chakra feet eventually.
Okay, then. It's still bullshit because Dracul Mihawk is a fucking
Hey,
legend.
whatever. Maybe I made up the spoiler. Whatever. We'll wait. It's in 2 arcs, so take your time. Anyway, moving on.
Final round.
We have Escanor versus Sanji. Ooh, baby.
It's a hard one.
Hard time with this one.
It's a hard one because King's Air is plentiful as grains of sand, although Sanji is like Mr. Prince, right? So I don't really know here. I'm confused.
Wow.
No, yeah, it's a good matchup, but I think Escanor has to take it. Bro, does Sanji write poetry?
Something he would do. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a...
That's not like something he would do.
Because, like, I haven't seen him write poetry yet, but Escanor, like, straight up writes poetry, like, that's his thing.
Bro,
for Merlin.
I have such a crazy series.
Also,
that I
here's the other
have
thing. Like, on the badass level, I would say Escanor takes it still. But in terms of the simping level, remember that Sanji, he's kind of a simp pimp because he simps for all the hot chicks. Not just one.
It's true.
But Escanor, just one, bro.
There was that one scene in the Baratier.
I'm so excited.
I love how I can only talk about like pre-time skip stuff. There was a one scene in the...
Oh, I should not have mentioned the Mihawk thing. I'm sorry.
In the Baratier, when he is talking to what's his name? Full body. He fucks up Full Body, and then he just
love
leans
that
over
scene.
to his girl. He's like, "You want to go have wine in the back with me?" It's like you wrecked Full Body, and then you just ask his girl if he's down to like leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
So he's a
Sanji,
simp
but
pimp.
honestly, I
Simp
feel like
pimp.
he's not in the same league as Escanor.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think Escanor is more badass, and I think Escanor is also potentially
bigger
more of a
simp.
simp.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd agree
And
with
with
you guys
that
there.
said and done, Escanor wins the Simp Bracket Royale. Thank you for your voting contributions, Animac and Briggs. And thank you for being here as the Simp Overlord regarding the entire process.
So
Evanito.
personally, I'm just saying who should have won this entire bracket. I think it should
You
have
do
been
have an
Krillin.
inside look on the whole situation, so
Yeah,
definitely take it away.
So I definitely think Krillin should have won this entire thing. If it was just based on simpage, because you know he is the biggest simp out of all these characters.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of simping going on.
But
like I
Simp
said,
and Badass combined.
Dragon Ball Z's entire story isn't based on Krillin being a simp, whereas Tower of Simp.
Ah, damn, you're right. That's true.
Dude, I'm so excited. I want to make a video series. I'm only kind of thinking of it now, where I make fun of different series like Tower of Simp, 7 Deadly Simps.
Man, you know,
Naruto Simpiden.
a podcast, only a podcast run by Nux and Briggs and Animac could could a Chad win the simp bracket? Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
baby!
Let's fucking
Nuts
go.
and bricks!
And also, I may have sounded like I was like 100% voting for Escanor. Sanji put up a great fight. I don't want to disrespect Sanji. Sanji's my favorite non-Luffy character.
My favorite non-Luffy.
Also known as your second favorite character, but let's not get into numbers here.
Yeah, what are those?
Numbers are plentiful as grains of sand. Okay.
I honestly can't get over the people replying to my tweet with just like these like shocked anime faces and just like comments like bruh. Like they did not realize that the whole story was based on a simp.
You just
Oh.
ruined their
This was like
entire
the most fun
perception.
episode we've had in a while.
Now I'm going. No, this has been a lot of fun. Hiding in public is the MVP on this one.
The honorary guest.
I will now be watching Tower of Simp, not just for all the people saying it's great, but just for the level of simp.
Oh, I am so excited for this series that will probably never happen. But can you imagine? I just make different like anime reviews. Tower of Simp, 7 Deadly Simps, Naruto Simpiden, 1 Simp.
Okay, can I be in the first episode talking about Tower of Simp?
Perhaps.
Rating anime by their simp levels.
Dragon Ball Simp.
Oh my god. Furu Simpu Alchemisto. Simplehood.
It's like a new Twitter challenge. Just replace one title of an anime with simp.
Yeah, we can do Simp in the Shell. You know, Bato Simp's major.
Alright, are we gonna read some reviews?
Okay. Okay, you convinced me. How do we find reviews again? It was a joke.
Man, I should really just have a link for you at the
It was a
beginning of every
joke!
podcast.
All right, I have it.
Alright, while you do that, I'm going to the
Okay.
bathroom.
5 stars, thank you. I love listening to this podcast every week. The podcast actually inspired me to make a podcast myself for anime. I realized just how I love talking, ranting, and arguing about anime, and thought it would be a cooler one. Yeah,
Is this the One Piece version or the Rant Cafe podcast reviews?
enjoy making it very much. Always thank you for laughter, failing to make me laugh. What? Always thank you for never failing to make me laugh, especially when Nux pushes Animag with the C's buttons. P.S. I like to think Nux is a 6'7" brolic black dude and just super muscular. Just imagining something like that behind the computer ranting about anime every day. Laughy smiley face.
Thank you.
Next review! 5 stars. I can't tell you I actually am a 6'7" brolic black dude. Okay, fine. Anyway, 5 stars. This is beautiful. Rankave is one of the greatest anime in the world. And you know I'm serious because I said the word not so. Between Briggs constantly bringing up One Piece, Nux always interrupting and pronouncing Furumitsureru Kimisuberezu correctly, and lastly Animag with a C with his wrong opinions, trying and failing to keep the peace. By the way, what have you guys seen? The Tower of God only knows. The anime,
Wow, what a pathetic Nux. What a pathetic review by a Nux Taku simp.
the
simp
anime.
base.
And if so, what is your opinion? Anyway, here's 5 stars. Not that I like you or anything. Baka. P.S. I know that you won't get. I know you want to give me a free shirt, but I have a tank top, so so give it to those beneath. After all, why would I hate someone weaker than me? I only pity them.
That guy
Wow.
deserves a tank top. Bro, DM me on Twitter. I'm going to send you a Chad Lad tank top.
Bruh. That's all day anime with 2 E's at the end on Twitter. Next review. Great podcast. 5 stars. Rant Cafe is a golden experience. Rant Cafe is the best
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay. Rant Cafe is the best podcast in Zawardo. P.S. Megumin, not a viable option, Uxie boy. Right, Animag with a C. Kira's wife, actual MILF.
Yeah, but not a C.
Nux, 5 stars. Remember that self-isolating yourself to avoid endangering other people is, in fact, a JoJo reference. Wow.
Bro.
Next review, Rant Cafe Anime Podcast, 5 stars. The Rant Cafe is a mixing pot filled with only the finest anime connoisseurs, with only the finest and most cultured taste in the medium. First, we have Lord Brygo, the Chad lad, whose favorite characters are, of course, other Chad lads, such as Sasuke and Todoroki-sama senpai.
Shut the
Next, you have
fuck up.
Animac with a C, the Slavic Adonis, whose taste is wild and untamable, similar to his hair. Animac with a C only approves of shows with the finest
Stop saying with a
indigenous
C, you bitch. I know that's not in the review.
It is in the review. It's in the review.
Sure it is, Nox.
Look at the review. I'm telling you, man, it is. Animag with a C only approves of shows with the finest and deepest philosophies, or the shows with the hottest MILFs. Finally, you have Nuxtack himself, the man, the myth, the legend, whose name spelled backwards is actually Kamina. Wow, no way. Nuxtack can bring so much energy to the podcast, makes it a great experience to listen to. Also, the other guest done Untitled Chapter, all of incredible taste in anime as well. Wasn't talking about that, but that's so sad. Anyway, I'm looking at you, Anime Recon. Whether it's hiding in public's extremely cultured opinions, Tekking 101's obsession with One Piece, you too, Bryo. Noble's ever-present laughter, or even the passionate love that Evanito, pronounced Evan Eat Zero, has for
What?
all things.
What?
He has that in brackets in
No!
the review.
No!
Evanito, pronounced Evan Eat Zero.
I hate you.
As for all things that reside in the sea. Either way, Rant Cafe is a truly modern classic that cannot be ignored. I mean, it's no recreators, of course. On a more genuine note, you guys really brighten my day a lot, so I really appreciate it. Praying emoji, praying emoji. Also, Animac with a C's hair is not that bad. P.S. Megaman is still a viable option.
All right, well, definitely no shirt after that. But
Next review. All right,
hold on, Ox.
what?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you realize that in Simp Hero Academia, Deku simps for All Might so bad that he's willing to eat his hair just to be like him, bro?
I mean, it's way better than Asta from Simp Clover, I have to say.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
well, Asta simps for one girl and one girl only, the
Yes.
nun.
Yes.
I'm
You
just
really want to
loving
watch
all
a good
these-
harem, you can watch The World God Only Simps. Anyway.
Although I will take issue with the previous comment saying that Animac either likes deep philosophical anime or anime with MILFs, because you can have both.
Facts. But technically, if it has both, then it has each also. So, like.
Yeah. But it's not an either
Next
or
review,
game.
I am 8 years old. Don't hate on me if I only watch the dub, okay? 5 stars. I love this podcast. I first saw Nux channel and loved it. Then I saw this podcast on Spotify. I love the memes. I like turtles and girls, but I like memes almost as much as girls. Oh, I remember. Smiley face.
Bro, do
and
you
then the
know?
rest isn't really readable.
Do you know? Do you know how
But
much,
thank you very much.
dude? How much does Josuke's mom simp Joseph?
Huge simp.
And totally justified because Joseph is the greatest man.
Joseph is the greatest man. He's not a simp. Review. Love the podcast, 5 stars. I listen to you guys all the time. I'm behind, so I'm catching up while riding my bike, trying to get that swole like my Chad Briggs. I watch Nux all the time. Love your vids, Nux. You said in your latest episode that you don't have a lot of anime you're hyped for this season. If you have the time, I recommend checking out Lucifer on Netflix. Not an anime, but it's a great show about the devil becoming a police consultant. It's got good romance, interesting world, with all the angels we meet. There's a good plot, new case to solve each episode, plus an overarching supernatural plot each season. Best of all, there's fan service and a healthy amount of flexing. Hope you enjoy. Animac with a K might also like it. Lucifer's mom is hot. Very cool.
What
Next
do you mean,
review.
Lucifer as a mom? Isn't he supposed
I
to be the
guess.
devil?
Yeah, I mean, no, he's not the devil. He's a fallen angel, bro.
But what do you think the devil is?
Devil's not a fallen angel.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. he
Depends
is.
on where you're looking, but yes, he is.
Anyway, moving on. I don't really care right now. We got the next review, which is beautiful. Bruh moment, 5 stars, love from India. Hell yeah. Next, Goat Anime Podcast, 5 stars. Watching some old Rank of A episodes and some of the best moments where Digimon won Best Isekai. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we read that.
Someone just commented Lucifer's mom is smoking.
Cool, very cool.
I think that's enough reviews.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Leave your review, Rant Cafe, on like iTunes and
On-
stuff.
iTunes and stuff. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
What an episode, man.
Thank you all so much for coming.
This was a fun one, guys.
episode. It was really great. Link in the description to me, Nuxtaku, to Anime Uproar, to All Day Anime, to Evanito, and to Hiding in Public. They're all absolute mad lads in their own way, and I appreciate that I inhabit this world with all of them.
Oh,
it makes it a much more fun place.
Thank you, guys. And honestly, this was a true joy. Love you all.
Yo, Animac, you should watch Kenichi.
Cafe.
Animac, you should watch Kenichi. Kenichi's mom's a MILF.
Okay, well, now
This is the perspective I needed to take with my sales pitch.
Wow.
You fool! You had so many opportunities, and now you realize it.
Did we do an outro, or did I just interrupt it?
Yeah, space fanboys!
Boom. Bang!
I like how you realized you said boom instead of bang and you had to fix it.
No, I said boom on purpose because I thought it was funny, and then I realized it wasn't funny, and I'm like, nah.
It's like, fucking cut that out.
Editing, it's a beautiful thing.
Bro, what a great episode. Evan, thank you for being a good sport. You know I love you, man.
Thank you for having
Remember
me.
that when you realize
I don't
what you're...
I love you because I don't want to like lead you on or anything.
Wait, no, that is not. It was a joke. It was one video.
Evan, remember that I love you when you find out what your special power is in the isekai.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait.
Ooh.
I am
But we
not
won't
concerned.
spoil it, Evan. Don't worry. We don't spoil things.
All the simp energy being sent to you, all you guys are simps who said that. But you can redeem yourselves if you go to Evan and tell him he's Simpin' Nito on Twitter. If you tell him. And Evan will be buried in his simp and his fish. He'll be buried in fish. I'll bury him with fish. Half a brain cell knows that I'm not a simp. Anyone with a brain cell knows Evan's #1 on that list. Has to be in my top 3 jams right here. I called him out, hiding in public, aka not a simp, who's #2 on the simp list. 165 viewers, hey, well, I'm glad to have a little more. It was actually Animac's idea to span simping in public. Oh, it was Animac? Animac, maybe try taking a dose of your own medicine. Let me tell you something. Try upping your chat game before you calling someone out. Don't you know that I'm not the one simping, I'm always the one simped after. I'm the one going out, I'm the one getting alright. All of the people, no one's gonna put me down. Who can Animac say? He's the one who loves darkness. What does he have to say there? What can we say? After the last stream, send back Simp and Mac to Rant Cafe. Can some people send it right back to Mac? Animac. Charlie, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Animac is watching this apparently, so I just want to clarify that, man, Animac, you gotta learn the definition for simp, bro, because I'm the opposite. All my experience, dude, my high school days were basically like I was a harem protagonist. What were your high school days like, Animac? Something to ask yourself.